Monitor.
Well, hello and welcome to another beautiful Tuesday morning on the best thing to ever happen to breakfast television.
In a very long time, actually.
Yeah, my name is Yomi Ope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. The week is progressing. It still feels kind of fresh, but you know, hey, it's Wake Up Nigeria. Every day is an opportunity for us to brighten your day and, of course, bring some va-va-voom into your morning.
Va-va-voom. Speaking of va-va-voom,
yeah.
If you're vooming to work this morning, don't forget that you can follow us anywhere you're going. And
of course,
we're streaming live right now
on tvcontinental.tv. That line is just like everywhere. It's in our heads.
Yeah.
But
we're also on Facebook as well.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook and connect with us at TVC Connect. For comments, make sure you use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
All right, and guess what's going to be happening in the kitchen this morning? We are going to be baking up some goodness up in the studio because Chef Onomen is back with something special. She's with MM in the kitchen. Hey, people.
I think Onome is actually debuting on the show this morning.
Not really. She was here last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was here last week.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm meeting her for the first time, too.
Yeah.
I didn't meet her here. I wasn't here last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
See? Yeah. I'm sorry, MM. I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's still so much more in store. Can't wait to see what she's baking up, though.
So there's going to be a lot happening on the show today. First, now last week we started a discussion about drug abuse. Now Taiwo Akinlami is going to be back today to take us to the next level in this discussion.
And of course, of recent, you know, it's been in the spotlight on the news, this issue of drug abuse. Now parents need to look out for so many different warning signs, and Taiwo Akinlami will be telling us exactly what to look out for.
Yeah.
Then right after that, we have a performance for you from Sage Music. I believe he has something really special for us this morning. When we do things, you know, we love to do it well.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be a double dose of music this morning. And guess who's coming up? TB1, the one and only, is going to be serving up something special later.
Blessings, talking about uncountable blessings. Lord, I open my eyes in the morning, I rise and I sit in your kind of blessing. You put butter on my bread for me.
We'll be having a conversation with him afterwards, of course, about those blessings on blessings.
And because it's Tuesday, we're going to be having Bella Rose joining Mike to talk about tech life hacks.
Tech life hacks.
Tech life.
Yeah.
Tech life hacks.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister, but it's
fun. So little tidbits of techie information, stuff that you need to know about your Android phone. You're going to be looking at that today.
Yeah. Social media, yes, indeed. Don't forget to keep your comments coming in. We need those comments coming in as soon as you can send them in. Of course, at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. We'll be reading out some of your comments and, of course, looking at some of your pictures. Don't forget to use the hashtag, though. Mike, of course, has that locked down.
Yep.
Tell us.
Tell us why you need the phone.
Do you know the stories people are going to cook
this
up?
phone that we've been talking about
yes,
since for the past 1 month.
Come on.
It's time to give away that phone, Mike.
You know, there's this particular guy, I don't know if you remember. There's one guy that has been haranguing us for a phone.
No, that guy has bought his phone by now. That was way back. That was in November.
You know, the guy kept on, no? The guy's like I can't even read, I can't go through pictures, like it's a USSD phone or something. I can't see pictures and all that. If you can prove you're that guy.
Really?
How is it
Mike?
able to get on social media?
Okay, you know,
there are some
phones that are not maybe, you know, there's very Android based. You know those Symbian phones?
Yeah.
You know those Symbian based phones
that you can get on Facebook.
Maybe you can see
text. But you can only see, you
can see only text and something like that.
So you can see your live feeds and stuff.
But you might not be able to see pictures. So it develops those phones, man.
Oh, well.
Anyway, so
I slept last night.
Why?
Why?
Because Elsie... I took Elsie for immunization.
Oh, right.
Was that the first one?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not, like a fourth one.
Fourth already.
So she was all warm and everything?
Yeah, she was. So I had to wake up occasionally to check up on her, you know. So I woke up at about 12 a.m., sorry. I gave her paracetamol. And then, so I, like, you know how, it just reminded me of this fella's song, Sleeping Open Eye.
Oh man, they sleep, they
open eye, like, you know. So that was what I did all night. You know, it's crazy.
Oh, it must be a really like new experience.
You know, nobody teaches you motherhood.
Actually,
no one teaches you, actually. It's just instinct. People will definitely give you so many advice, but nobody just teaches you these things.
You're talking about motherhood. I saw a picture yesterday that I had to comment on social media. It was this mother and her child who survived a bombing. Oh, wow. And she was all covered up with her wounds, but she was still breastfeeding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
broken. Like, you could see the bandage all over her, but then her breast was open and she was breastfeeding the child. I was like... I felt, I don't know, I felt like holding, I don't know, I felt like crying, I felt like beating somebody, I felt like holding somebody, I don't know, but
it's crazy.
I respect you ladies out there,
stuff that's happening.
Mothers out there, you guys are just something else. I mean, there's nothing the guys do that ladies can't do. And then you go extra.
Big round of applause.
You go extra way. You know, no, that picture was something else. Maybe I'll look for the picture. It was some, I mean, come on. She's burnt and she's still feeding.
She has to.
You know, I'm a very selfish person.
Really?
But yes, I am.
I'm
very selfish. I'm very self-centered.
Wow.
And but since I, you know, gave birth to Elsie, like, she just gives my whole life a whole new meaning. Also.
You guys,
like, I feel like I would do anything for her.
Woman Crush Tuesday. Send me ping. Woman Crush Tuesday, Johnny. Woman Crush Tuesday.
Okay, it's about text on Tuesday most of the time, but honestly, I don't think it should just be one day for crushing on women. Yeah. But no more time for talk right now.
And it's time for the news updates. And Blessing Dahosa is on standby for us.
Hello, good morning and welcome. The death toll in last weekend's attack on Gwaska community in Benin Gwari local government area of Kaduna State has increased to 58. More bodies were found during a search around the town and surrounding environs. The Emir of Benin Gwari, Zubairu Mai Gwari, released the latest figure to local media and commended local vigilante and security agencies taking part in the search and evacuation exercise. But the Emir said more people are still missing. The bandits also razed homes as they fled. Our next story contains scenes with flash photography. President Muhammadu Buhari has met with the leadership of the National Assembly, primarily to brief them on his concluded trip to the U.S. and inquire about the passage of the 2018 budget. But the lawmakers also raised concerns about seeming excesses and failings of security agencies under the presidency. The meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the leadership of the National Assembly was at the instance of the president, who wanted to brief the federal legislature on his trip to the U.S. and the gains made. The leaders of the National Assembly believe that this show of mutual respect is a good sign and pledged that while it is their duty to check the excesses of the executive, they will cooperate and work always with the president in the interest of the country. And they, on the other hand, spoke about the passage of the 2018 budget and also raised issues of grave concern to them, one of which was the invasion of the National Assembly. They are satisfied with the concern shown by the president and his promise that the issue will be thoroughly investigated. Another issue of concern to them, which they raised, was the treatment being meted out by the police to Senator Dino Melaye. The National Assembly leadership is also not pleased at the obvious show of disregard by the Inspector General of Police following his refusal to appear before the Senate despite 2 invitations sent to him, and they expect this to be addressed by the president. And obviously satisfied with the tone of the meeting with the National Assembly leadership, the president promised that the 2018 budget would be laid before them this week and passed early next week. The State Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress in Ekiti State has been taken over by the police. This followed a protest by some aggrieved members of the party known as the Concerned APC Stakeholders. They blamed the state exco for Saturday's botched primary election. Now, hundreds of tech enthusiasts from around the world were in Nigeria for the inaugural blockchain conference. Stakeholders in the industry of finance gathered together in Ikoyi, Lagos on Monday to discuss the impact of technological advancements in the industry of finance. The gathering, which was a potpourri of experts and learners, brought to the fore the options that will be available to the masses in the future if technology continues to advance at its current pace. And that's the news this hour. Let's see what the day's weather forecasts looks like for the day.
Now for the sports update, and as usual, Mike Messicano is here.
Yes. Thank you very much, Yomi. Good morning and welcome to Sports on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Messicano. Our officials of the Super Eagles have confirmed that midfielder Wilfred Ndidi will be available for the World Cup through his Premier League, his Premier League season is over. Ndidi is nursing a hamstring injury and is expected to be out for several weeks. The medical team of the Super Eagles have assured the defensive midfielder is recovering faster than they had anticipated and will be fit for Russia 2018 in June. The Eagles official also revealed that though Ndidi has been ruled out of the World Cup warm-up games against DR Congo and England, he is likely to play the final friendly game against the Czech Republic on the 6th of June. Reactions continue to pour in at the shocking news of the hospitalization of former Manchester United boss Sir Alex Ferguson. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola took some time out of his side celebration on Sunday to wish a speedy recovery to Ferguson, whom he considers an icon. Other EPL managers added their voice in wishing the former United boss quick recovery. Of course, right here, we also wish Sir Alex Ferguson the best. Now, with the World Cup in Russia getting closer, football fans are taking to the streets to show their support for their national teams. Great. Maybe we'll do our own here, but then that's all I can take on sports news for now. Let's take a look at the headlines in the papers. Yomi and Titi, have you on that one?
All right. Thanks so much, Mike. All the papers are reporting the president on his medical trip to the UK. Well, we're starting with the Daily Sun this morning and the headline, Buhari embarks on medical trip to UK to keep appointment with doctors. And then also $36.3 billion spent on fuel importation in 5 years. Wow. Trouble in APC as state chapters implode. Thugs sack Ekiti Exco, protest rocks Cross River, Enugu, others. Evans rebels, refuses to enter courtroom. Loot in Jonathan's government under probe in UK, says the presidency. And finally, Ekiti Guber, Fayoshe's deputy Olujimi Adeyeye, fight for PDP ticket. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
On the cover of the Punch newspaper, it says, Buhari embarks on 4-day medical trip to UK today. Stop deceiving Nigerians about your health, PDP tells president. Interesting. It says here, Evans weeps, says they've been beating me, no good food. Saraki Dogara report IG to Buhari over Senate and Melaye. ICPC charges suspended SEC DG Guarzo with 115 million naira fraud. On codeine syrup, NAFDAC shuts Emzor Pharmaceuticals, 2 other firms. More on page 24. Lagos lawyer bought new knives to kill husband, say police.
Wow.
$36.3 billion naira spent on petroleum products importation in 4 years, according to CBN. And finally, Ogun APC reunites as Amosun visits ex-governor Oshoba. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
All right, coming up next is The Nation and the headline, Ekiti APC aspirants, NWC disagree over shadow poll. Oni Bamidele Ojudu, 24 others seek fresh primary, and a couple of other riders there. Government recovers 7.8 billion naira, $378 million through whistleblowers policy. Buhari on medical trip to London, says The Nation. Tearful events, no good food in prison. You should know that. Ambade's re-election certain, says Ademo. And finally, killings meant to instigate war, says Buhari. And federal government deploys new security measures. Kaduna death toll rises to 71. All on the cover of The Nation.
The Nigerian Tribune says Ekiti APC crisis. Indicted aspirants face disqualification. 5 local government votes intact may be considered. 22 aspirants write Oyegu demand fresh primaries. Lagos uses 250 truckloads of laterite daily to resurface Olushosun dump site. More about that on page 30. I'll be reading that one. Army rescues 1,000 captives of Boko Haram. Kaduna killings. Birni Gwari gets new army battalion, police command. Death toll rises to 58. Buhari meets Saraki, Dogara, discusses U.S. trip, budget, Melaye, IGP, and others. Budget may be passed next week, says Saraki. Police can't continue to operate like clan of tribesmen, upgraded barbarians, says Dogara. That's what we have on the cover of the Tribune.
All right, coming up next is the Vanguard. And the headline, killings, plots to instigate war in Nigeria, says Buhari. OK's deployment of Army, Air Force formations to Kaduna, Taraba, Benue. Setup of police area command in Kaduna. Gwaska massacre, death toll hits 58. Those against Buhari's re-election behind killings, says Emir of Katsina. Corruption, we've recovered 7.8 billion naira through whistleblowers. E-payment transactions grow to 32 trillion naira in Q1 of 2018. Battle for Imo, Okorocha deputies, war escalates. Codeine, NAFDAC shuts 3 drug firms. Drama as Evans refuses to disembark from Black Maria. And finally, Naira depreciates to 360 Naira per dollar in the INE window. All on the cover of the Vanguard.
The New Telegraph says, battle for APC structures. Okorocha, Autumn, Ogwe, ministers, senators lose out. Police seal party secretariats in Delta, Ekiti. Protesters storm APC national headquarters. House senators, deputy governor overwhelmed Imo government. Again, Buhari travels to London for medical checkup. On 2019, Southwest PDP leaders root for Atiku. Scientists link high cholesterol to dementia risk. Wow. And in 3 months, banks lend private sector 15.9 trillion naira. 845 bank officials lose jobs in Q1 2018. That's what we have on the New Telegraph.
All right. Well, that's about all that we can take on the newspaper headlines this morning.
And of course, newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
All right. You know how we do it every morning?
Yeah.
It's time for aerobics, and we're heading on over to the garden
Time for
right
us
now.
to keep fit.
Yeah.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the fitness segments of your favorite show on TV, Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Benjamin, and today we will be doing 10 exercises that are sure to challenge you and strengthen your entire body. Now, these exercises are going to be performed within 30 seconds. You perform them in 30 seconds and 15 seconds rest. So we are starting off with the first one, which is the high knees. We're going this way. Guys, are we ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Now you rest for 15 seconds. So you move around, move around, move around, walk around, rest for a period of 15 seconds before the next exercise. Now the next exercise is the burpees. And the burpees will go this way. That's how we go. All right, guys, are you ready? Yep. All right, come on, let's take it off. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's it for the burpees. So you rest for 15 seconds. Now these exercises, when properly done, will challenge you. Very, very challenging. So as you can see, we're already breathing so deeply here. Guys, are you feeling it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the next move is the switching lunges. We're going this way. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah, I do.
All right. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and set. So rest for 15 seconds. That's the third exercise. So the next exercise is the mountain climbers. So the mountain climbers, we're going this way. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this is the much that time can permit us to take, but the next one will continue by tomorrow. So we're heading straight to the kitchen to further the program. So thanks for watching, and straight to the kitchen.
Thank you very much, Benjamin, for that fitness routine. If you'd like to join us, you could come in to TVC Studios before 7 a.m. in the mornings. Of course, it's a live show. We don't want you coming in late and joining the exercise. Right here with me in the kitchen is Onome, right?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. All right, so what are we making this morning?
Okay, this morning we're making chocolate cupcake. So chocolate cupcake is very popular. You see it almost everywhere.
Yeah.
They use it for birthday parties. So about the chocolate cupcake.
Let's talk about the ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are two types of ingredients here.
Okay.
We have the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients.
All right.
So for the dry ingredients, we have our flour, we have our cocoa powder, we have our baking soda, baking powder, salt. Then,
Okay, go ahead.
then for the wet ingredients, we have our sugar, flavor, ground oil, vegetable oil,
Okay.
milk, and egg.
All right. So I was going to ask, what's the difference between baking soda and baking powder?
Okay, your baking powder helps your cake to rise, like make it higher, looks higher, while your baking soda makes your cake spread around the pan properly. Yes, that's
Wow.
it.
So one can't do without the other?
Yeah, in some recipes one can do without the other, but not in all recipes. Like for example, in these recipes we're using both of them,
Okay. Which is compulsory.
which is compulsory.
All right, so let's get to it.
Okay, so first of all we're going to start with the dry ingredients. So we're starting with flour. This is 1 3/4 cups of flour.
And that also depends on how, how much or how many
Yes,
cupcakes you're
cupcakes
making.
you want.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want more than one batch of cupcakes, you have to multiply by 2 or whatever number you want.
Okay. Do you need me to whisk the eggs? Because I'm really good at that.
Yeah, you can. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm just going to grab a fork and whisk that for you. So just in case you're tuning in, we are making chocolate cupcakes this morning with Onome.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, I can call you a chef.
Okay.
So what exactly do we refer to you as a baker or a baker?
You can refer to me as a baker.
Okay.
So this is 3/4 cup of cocoa powder.
Okay.
Pour it into the flour.
So that also depends on how many cupcakes you're making.
Yes.
How do you measure these things? Because I think that has always been my challenge with baking.
Okay. Whenever you want to measure, you can easily get a measuring cup at your local supermarket.
Okay.
So you just measure them down. Each cup has like a writing on them. Like this one says 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
So in case you want 1 cup, you see it on the cup, 1 cup.
Oh, okay.
So for your baking soda, we're going to use 2 teaspoons.
I like the fact that baking soda also has a lot of,
Yes.
you know, other uses, like for the skin. For those of us,
for the skin,
for
yes.
the skin. Quite
Then
good.
this is you're going to use 2 teaspoons of your baking powder
All right.
and just a pinch of salt. That's just a very little salt.
Okay.
So
what's next?
that's it for your dry ingredients. So you
Okay.
mix your dry ingredients. You mix
Alright.
all of them together first.
Okay.
And then quickly move on to the wet ingredients.
So basically, what gives the chocolate that, you know, color is the cocoa powder.
Yes, it gives it that color, that taste. So moving on to the wet ingredients.
Okay.
First, we'll start with sugar.
Oh, you mix that in a different
Yes,
bowl?
you mix it in
Oh,
a different bowl.
didn't know
in a
that.
separate
I
bowl.
thought everything just goes into one bowl and that's it.
No.
Okay.
So you move on to your egg. 3 eggs. Thanks for beating it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Then to your milk. Whenever you're using milk for chocolate cake, it's advisable to use full cream.
Okay.
It's very important. It gives the
Full
cupcake-
cream.
Full cream, yes.
Okay.
Gives the cupcake this rich taste.
So what if you don't have full cream and you want to use powdered milk and just
Yeah.
mix in a little bit of water?
Okay, when you
Can you do
use
that?
when you use powdered milk, you have to remember to add enough water to dissolve the milk.
Oh, okay.
So this is 1 cup of vegetable oil.
Sorry, I'm trying to tidy up the table so that you have enough space
Okay, thank
to
you.
work with.
And this is flavor.
Do you need this? You still need this? Your measuring spoon.
No, I don't.
Okay. So I'm just going to take all of this away so that our viewers can have...
Cup of water. So
Okay. So we are not making use of any of this baking.
no.
So
we're
that's and
done.
powders
So
anymore. Okay.
as you can see, this is a recipe that anybody can make at home. You can make it for birthdays and anything, but you can easily make it at home. It's very simple.
And very easy.
Very
I mean,
easy.
I had no idea. I didn't know it was this easy.
You can decide to use an electric mixer or just a hand mixer. It
Okay.
all depends on you. So it's very easy. So you mix your wet ingredients and you simply pour it into your dry ingredients.
Okay. So eventually all of them, it all goes in together.
Yes.
Okay.
So it goes in.
So how do you know it's not too thick or too, you know,
Okay.
how do you
First of
just
all,
know that it's...
everything has to do with your recipe.
Okay.
Before you come out to make any cake, you have to make sure you're using a very, very good recipe.
All right.
So if you're using a good recipe, there are different recipes, of course. Everybody have their
Anyway,
own
we'll
recipe.
come back to it. We'll have to go on a quick break right now. When we return, we'll be discussing parenting with Taiwo Akinlomi. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. Now, last week we started talking about the issue of drug abuse and how it affects Nigerian youth, especially our teenagers still in school. And of course, the recent high in the abuse of drugs among Nigerian youths and the teenagers, of course, it's really a big issue going on right now. Now, we started a conversation with Taiwo Akinlami about how parents can begin to know if their wards are abusing drugs. And of course, we're picking up from where we left off last week. Now, last week, we defined drug abuse. We talked about sometimes why it happens and how peer pressure can, push children to go into issues that they would normally not have gone into. But let's go deeper now. Why would a young child or a teenager go after drugs, even though they come from good homes where they have some kind of training?
Well, I think we need to first redefine what we mean by good homes. A home is not good by virtue of the fact that the people in the home call it good. It is the products of the home that determine whether the home is good or not. When you look at the production chain, you're able to determine what comes out at the end of the day is a reflection of the production chain. So we have to understand that if a child begins to use drug, now the first thing we need to ask is what kind of value system as the family put in place. You don't camp around and begin to look for solution after a situation has arisen. An emergency ward in an hospital is not set up after an accident has happened and people are being rushed now. You begin to put things together. You station the emergency ward knowing that emergency can happen. And a doctor in the emergency ward does not begin to complain and begin to shout when patients are coming in. There's a level of preparation that has happened. What you call emergency at the end of the day is lack of coping capacity. Because if you have coping capacity, things that have troubled other people will come as if they never happened. So the foundational thing, therefore, if you are raising children in the 21st century, you have to know that our young people are going through a lot. It is a strange time to be young. It's a strange time to be growing up. The opportunity for distractions are enormous. They are uncountable. They are immeasurable. And so when you understand all of that, you will understand that you need to put precautions in place. You need to enlighten your children. Now, the question today is not whether our children are going to see drugs or they're going to experiment with drug. Is that when they see drug, what do we do? It's not whether our children are going to see pornography, if they are going to see. It's that when they see it, what do they do? Those are the fundamental.
What are you saying now? Are you saying that parents should get ahead?
That's what I'm saying.
The young people and know what is going on?
The fundamental thing is that when the falcon cannot hear the falconer, things fall apart and the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. That YW Yeats.
W.B. Yeats, yeah.
W.B. Yeats, in his poem, which Chinua Achebe started Arrow of God with.
Yes.
So the challenge, therefore, is that when you see misdirection, when you see directionlessness, you are looking. So the problem is not with the falcon. The challenge is the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Does that mean the falconer is not speaking? The falconer is speaking. Does that mean the falconer is not making effort? The falconer is making effort. But the challenge is that there's a communication breakdown between the falcon and the falconer. And that is why there's a crisis. So, W.B. Yeats says that mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. Why is the anarchy loosed upon the world? Because the falcon cannot hear the falconer. So my challenge to parents today is that we have to move ahead. We are raising children in this century. How much of what children are exposed to do we know? How much of social media do we know? How much of other platforms by which children receive information do we know? How much of the music they listen to do we know? Now somebody says that we need to get into party. Hennessy Tiwa body, do city body, Scotty Tiwa body. Now you know that when children are exposed to this kind of music, somebody began to eulogize prostitution and the link between that and drug. I began to say Motimudongo Yaro, Monkey Tail, Ebamiwa Karo. Claro, I want to do shina today. That is, I want to mess up today. I've taken hard drugs. I want to mess up today. And when you go to parties that are meant for children, this kind of music are played for children. And at the end of the day, you find that you may think you are playing music to children. everything socializes the child. Everything, and when you talk about a child, you are talking about anybody below 18. Everything exposes the child to the kind of life the child is supposed to live, because when you expose children to those kind of music, to those kind of entertainment, what happens at the end of the day is that because the people exposing them to it are the authority figures in their lives, what they are saying is that this is the way we want you to live. These are the things we want you to do. These are the people we validate, and we forget.
So at the end of the day, we're saying parents get involved. Parents should get involved in the child's life and know what is going on around them, especially in the 21st century. Communication and things, tools that are used for communication, tools that are used for information, so that you're not completely left out of what is going on.
And you know, children today have developed their own world in which they live, different from our own world. Children have developed their own language, which they speak, different from the one we speak. Young people today have found a way to live outside us. And if you don't break into that world, you know, it's like you ground a child today and you give the child a phone. The child is not grounded. So if we don't deliberately break into that world, they believe they can do without us. And because they believe most of the time, because of the way we approach issues, they think we are killjoy as parents. We are there to shut them out of the things that give them fun. And so that is why it is important that we are deliberate about the things that we do, so that at the end of the day, we don't begin to cry foul, we don't begin to apply medicine after death.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Taiwo Akinlami, for joining us. We're going to be back next week to conclude this discussion about drug abuse. Make sure you stick around. It's Tuesday always. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right, Osage is going to be on standby for us with Mike in the open space. Hey, guys.
Yep, Osage, that's how you said. But of course, we've got Sage Music. Osage Osigbo, otherwise known as Osage Music, is a Nigerian Afro-soul pop singer, writer, and multi-instrumentalist. Now, his kind of music is what he refers to as Afro-soul pop, which is an intelligent mix of soul, rock, and Afro-pop vibes. Now he's about to give us a performance. So, but, you know, but the thing with songs now is that people don't like hearing intelligence when they come. They just want to flex, you know. But then let's see what you have. All right, take it away. All right.
Let go. Sage music, Let go. Many, many blessings you bring on my way. You butter my bread, you sugar my tea. But do you give me the best, your brains, darling? I go love you till I lie. Nobody can separate me from your love. No, 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 no. No one can tear us apart. Nobody can separate me from your love. No one can tear us apart, darling. Oh, shit. Oh, darling. Oh, shit. Hey, oh, shit. The things you do for me, they make you turn my life around. You blow my way, my mind, like a rainbow. You beautify my world, oh God. You brought me hope and you put a dimple on my smile. Even when sun sets, you are my morning star. You light everywhere. Nobody can separate me from your love. No, 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 no. No one can tear us apart. Nobody can separate me from your love. No, 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 no. Oh, yeah, ma, forget Ethiopia. Me say forget Ethiopia. Oh, yeah, ma, what be the matter? Me say what be the matter? Oh, yeah, ma, what do you want by? Anything you want, I could buy. I'll be your father, your lover, and your... If it this your matter, the make I they fail. I be loving you real. I be loving you real. And you know the isn't a man. make I day fail. I believe in you real. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, on my Nintendo, yeah, 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 yeah. Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo, on my Nintendo, yeah, 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 yeah. So assurance, hey, assurance. I give my baby assurance, I give my baby lifetime insurance, alright. So nobody can separate me from your love. No, 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 no. No one can tear us apart, darling. Hey, nobody can separate me from your love. No, 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 no. So we say, oh shit, oh.
I might feel like one hype man. Cheat. Whoa, wow. Nice one, wonderful. I love those covers. Great one, great one. I wish I had more time, but then we have to go on a break now. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back, of course. MM, I want to say Chef MM. Well, Chef MM, you have been too long in the kitchen not to be a chef. And Onome will be right back after this.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and I'm here with Chef Onome. Well, she's not a chef, actually. Yeah. And she said her name is Onome, not Onome.
Yes,
right?
My name is Onome,
okay.
Not Onome.
Yeah, and Onome is teaching us how to make chocolate cupcakes. So just in case you're wondering why I have my spoon, because I want to taste.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm quite a sweet tooth. But before we taste, let's talk about the ingredients for those just joining us.
Okay. For this chocolate cupcakes, there are two types of ingredients. We have the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients.
Okay.
Now, for dry ingredients, we have the flour, we have the baking soda, baking powder, cocoa powder. Then, for the wet ingredients, we have milk, sugar, we have vegetable oil, flavor. I think that's all.
And salt.
And salt, yeah.
Salt. Yeah. So all of that went into here, and warm water.
Yes, and warm water.
Yes, for
to make everything mix and for most of the ingredients to melt in properly.
Okay, so yeah, I said earlier that I was gonna taste it, so I basically just want to taste, see what it tastes like, of course. And camera is supposed to see how this tastes. It actually tastes really good.
Yeah. Because
you should taste what you're making now, right?
It's important.
Okay,
very
so
important.
What's next?
So the next thing, we're quickly going to pour it into the pan. Okay. So you simply get a cup.
So you definitely need your measuring spoon or cup.
You need your measuring cup. You need your measuring cup. Then you need, you can also use your scooper. There's something they call scooper.
Okay.
It's for cupcakes. It's a lot easier to use. So you just make sure you don't pour too much.
Okay, because it's definitely going to rise.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so for those of us who like to bake, well, this is why you should tune in to Wake Up Nigeria every day, because we're always here to surprise you. And today we are making chocolate cupcakes with Onome. Yeah, right. I pronounced that right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Onome.
Onome. All right. So right now we are filling in our, what do you call this paper? So just cupcake papers, right? So you just go to the supermarket and say, I want to buy cupcake papers.
You can call it our wrappers, cupcake wrappers.
Okay, cupcake wrappers. Do you need me to take this off for you, or you still need to mix it up?
Yeah, I still need to mix it.
Oh, okay. So apparently we need more of the cupcake wrappers, right?
Yes, unfortunately we have a lot.
Okay. So how long does this go into the oven for?
For 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, although it depends on the type of oven you're using.
Okay.
For some people it takes 30 minutes to 1 hour, but if the oven is fast,
okay, so 15 minutes in how many degrees? I mean your
in
oven?
180 degrees.
Oh, okay. 180 degrees, 15 minutes, okay. Because I think I'm going to be trying this out this weekend.
You should.
I will, you know. And this is very good for if, you know, it's not all the time you hire a baker. Yes. You know, you could just, if your kids are having a party, a birthday party, tea party, you just fix this up
and
get your cupcake wrappers.
Yes.
And you're good to go.
And you can find the wrappers at any supermarket, any departmental store close to your house or anywhere. So it's really popular.
Okay, so what about those who are on a sugar diet? Do they need to use sugar? Is there an alternative?
Well, chocolate cupcake, as the name implies, chocolate, it's not really, for those that are trying to avoid sugar, I don't recommend
Don't even go there at all.
But I would recommend carrot cake too. For those that are trying to avoid sugar.
We should make carrot cake.
Yeah, we should.
It's not a very common cake, but
no,
I
it's
think
not. It's not.
It's something I would like to learn.
Yeah.
How to make.
It's really nice and it's healthy.
I mean, we should, try to, some often embrace some of these other options like carrot cake. What other cake is healthy? It's a healthy option.
I think for now, the most common healthy cake is carrot cake because it has like 60% carrot.
Oh,
yeah.
Like fresh carrot.
Fresh carrot.
I always thought it was maybe some carrot flour somewhere.
No, no, fresh carrot, very fresh.
Okay, great. So right now we are going to put this in the oven for 15 minutes. Just in case you're joining us, we are making chocolate cupcakes. And I would like Onome to go through the ingredients one last time.
Okay. Yeah. We have 2 types of ingredients.
So that I sinks in, because,
we have 2 types.
And if you don't have your writing pad, quickly go and get it so that you write it down.
Yes, very important. So we have 2 types of ingredients. We have the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we have our flour, we have our baking soda, we have our baking powder, we have our cocoa powder, we have our salt. Then for the wet ingredients, we have our full cream milk, sugar, vegetable oil, and flavor, and water, warm water.
Yeah, I will never forget that, warm water.
I know you
so
never
that,
forget
yeah,
that.
Because, I mean, it's so that it's easier for your,
yes, for your ingredients to mix properly. Yeah, very, very
Because you don't want to have lumps here and there, right?
No, you don't.
And that does that for you, basically.
Yes.
Okay, so right now we are going to toss our cupcakes into the oven for 15 minutes. And we'll be joining Mike with TB1 for another performance coming right up. Hello, Mike.
All right, thank you very, very much, and Onome. I'm looking forward to what you guys have ready for us when you're done. But then, hey, come on, I've got TB1 in the house. Of course, he's a gospel rap minister and icon who began to develop his interest in rap music at the age of 16. Now, for Nigerian youths interested in alternative and rap music, TB1 is the guy. He's also the leader of a revolutionary rap group, the BLW Rap Nation, and we are about to feel some of that rap right here in the studio. TB1, how you doing?
I'm good.
It's great to have you as always. Wonderful performer. Okay, so let's see what you have. Take it away, man.
All right, all right.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
I hear the voice of the Lord our God.
I hear the voice of
He
the Lord our God.
Everything is alright. I shouldn't worry.
No more worries.
So I won't be worried.
Everything is okay.
His spirit lives in.
Every morning when I wake up, I'm always gonna give God all of my praise. Never shake up, never break up. I'ma wake up if the devil ever comes my way. I've given my life to Jehovah, I will never take it back, cause the boys right here to stay. Take it, gonna put it on my head, but my mind will never change. Lord, I got my eyes on you. You're more than a million, more than a billion, more than a trillion, silly. Lord, you're everlasting, never lacking, always backing, never slacking. You're the best, and you're the best of the best. Let me catch my breath. Standing in the presence of the Lord, you can never be sad. And now you're rocking with the best, J-Best. Sitting on the throne, that's another reason to be glad. It's God Almighty. Whatever you need, He can provide just accent. The devil isn't trouble, I'm getting blessings in double. I'm about to hope in the heavenly 7-11.
I hear the voice of the Lord our God.
Alright, alright.
He said everything is alright. I shouldn't worry. So I won't be worried.
Everything is okay.
His spirit lives
in your presence, Lord, I found peace. So amazing is your love to me. Until I met you, I never knew where I was. But now this is all I see.
My heart is glad now that I'm in this house. His blessings are pouring down into my life. And these are the moments I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I feel so alive.
Okay, bring it up. I hear the voice of the Lord our God.
I hear the voice of the Lord our God. He said
Jesus is seated on the throne. He's seated on the throne.
Jesus is seated on
He's in control of everything. Just let go.
He is my strength.
Okay, say it one more time. Jesus is seated on the throne.
Jesus is seated on the throne.
Yeah. He is my strength.
He is my strength.
I hear the voice of the Lord our God.
I hear the voice of the Lord our God. I hear the voice. He said everything is alright. Everything is alright. I should have walked, so I won't be worried.
Everything is alright. Everything is alright.
I hear the voice of the Lord our God. He said everything is alright. I should have walked, I won't be out, so I won't be worried. No, 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 His Spirit is in me. It's in me. His Spirit is in me.
At one point, I felt I'll be like a rap artist growing up. But then I just want one question. We'll talk to you later on. But then, how have you been able to make rap music acceptable in the gospel circles? Because, you know, it's something that even in not gospel settings, rap music is not really. But then you've made it, people can relate with you. I see kids also rapping. How have you been able to do that?
Well, when I started, it wasn't that easy like that.
Okay.
Like I said, when I started, it wasn't that easy. But
Okay.
I just have to keep going on, keep doing it, keep pushing.
Mm.
At the time, I almost gave up.
Wow.
And that was when I got the song, Voice of the Lord.
This particular
Yeah.
song? Wow.
Spirit of God was talking to me and said, you just have to keep moving. Everything is all right. Just keep doing what you're doing.
I like
and
that.
one day you'll be recognized. And
I like that. Now,
That's it.
Yomi and Titi will be talking more to him about this later, and we'll have to go on a break now. We still Wake Up Nigeria. Don't go nowhere.
Reactions,
social media, feedback, and finally, hopefully, Mike is going to give us that cell phone sometime this week.
Mike, really?
Like,
I think we
yeah.
have to do something
At some
about
point.
At some point.
Mike, why are you doing this? Why is
this
suspense now?
this guy is doing like this. Yeah.
Mike, we don't want any stories. Nobody boxing in your eye. Nobody boxing your eye on your way home.
No.
That phone must
There'll
not.
be no stories. There'll be
Okay.
no stories.
All right.
Go and watch Infinity War. You know how to suspense and all of that. I know a number of people who cried after watching it. Like,
Yeah, I hear
really
it's a
cried.
very, it's highly emotional.
Emotional.
No,
I
but
can't
this
wait to
Friday,
watch it.
I'm going to do a review, probably with Bruce somewhere. It's going to be a spoiler review. So you've had 2 weeks to watch the movie, guy. So I wanted to do it last Friday, but like, Titi was like, Titi's always, oh no, calm down. So okay, cool. But 2 weeks, it's okay. So we're going to do a full spoiler review. If you've not seen the movie.
But have you done a review on Black Panther yet? I have
Black
to ask you
Panther?
that because I was at the cinema yesterday.
Okay.
I wasn't there to watch a movie, but I noted that Black Panther is still showing. People are still
Yeah, of
watching
course,
it.
yeah.
Still watching
and
Black
if
Panther.
you haven't done your review on that, maybe still do the review on Black Panther,
Black Panther
first.
You don't take.
Why?
Let
Why?
fresh
Do you
things.
think it
Why?
is overhyped? Because I
Well,
think it is.
Black Panther, no.
Black
Far from
Panther
it.
or
Far from it.
the Infinity
Infinity
Wars.
War.
Which one?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. I know that came up, but you see, you have to see something. It was a whole culture shift. It did a lot. I mean, now black people could look up to a hero that looks like them. It was not a Spider-Man or a Superman or a Captain America that doesn't look like everybody.
so-
It was not just about. It was not just.
Well,
about
I personally
Can I
feel that a
stop you
black
there?
superhero doesn't look sexy.
Oh my goodness, MM is back.
I want to go back into that movie
MM is
culture.
back.
So in Hollywood, it's most of the major studios are run by Jewish guys.
Yeah.
And this for the first time, it was a black director,
Oh, yeah.
black writer, and there was
White
always
producer,
this
though.
myth that if there was more than 2 or 3 black people in a movie such as that, it wouldn't be successful.
Yeah.
So the myth was a complete
I know, yeah.
turnaround.
It broke that jinx.
Yeah, they broke that jinx, and,
Yeah.
and that was
Very
one of the
nice.
things that people were looking out for. So,
All right, so-
let's go over to the news now.
And Blessing is on standby for us.
Hello again, and thank you for joining us this hour for the news updates. The death toll in last weekend's attack on Gwaska community in Benin Gwari Likul government area of Kaduna has increased to 58. More bodies were found during a search around the town and the surrounding environs. The Emir of Benin Gwari, Zubairu Mai Gwari, released the latest figure to Likul media and commended Likul vigilante and security agencies taking part in the search and evacuation exercise. But the Emir said more people are still missing. The bandits also razed homes as they fled. Our next story contains scenes with flash photography. President Muhammadu Buhari has met with the leadership of the National Assembly primarily to brief them on his concluded trip to the U.S. and inquire about the passage of the 2018 budget. But the lawmakers also raised concerns about seeming excesses and failings of security agencies under the presidency. The meeting between the president and the leadership of the National Assembly was at the instance of the president, who wanted to brief the federal legislature on his trip to the U.S. and the gains made. The leaders of the National Assembly believe that this show of mutual respect is a good sign and pledged that while it is their duty to check the excesses of the executive, they will cooperate and work always with the president in the interest of the country. And they spoke about the passage of the 2018 budget and also raised issues of grave concern to them, one of which was the invasion of the National Assembly. They are satisfied with the concerns shown by the president and his promise that the issue will be thoroughly investigated. Another issue of concern to them was the treatment being meted out by the police to Senator Dino Melaye. And the National Assembly leadership is also not pleased at the obvious show of disregard by the Inspector General of Police following his refusal to appear before the Senate, despite 2 invitations sent to him, and they expect this to be addressed by President Buhari. Obviously satisfied with the tone of the meeting, the National Assembly leadership promised that the 2018 budget would be laid before them this week and passed early next week. Now, the State Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress in Ekiti State has been taken over by the police. This followed a protest by some aggrieved members of the party known as the Concerned APC Stakeholders. They blamed the State Exco for Saturday's botched primary election. Now, hundreds of tech enthusiasts from around the world were in Nigeria for the inaugural blockchain conference. Stakeholders in the industry of finance gathered together in Ikoyi in Lagos on Monday to discuss the impacts of technological advancements in the industry of finance. The gathering, which was a potpourri of experts and learners, brought to the fore the options that will be available to the masses in the future if technology continues to advance at its current pace. And that's the news. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast.
All right, again, it's time for the sports update. Mike Mexicano is here.
Thank you very much, Yomi. Now, officials of the Super Eagles have confirmed that midfielder Wilfred Ndidi will be available for the World Cup, though his Premier League season is over. Ndidi is nursing a hamstring injury and is expected to be out for several weeks.
The medical team of the Super Eagles have assured the defensive midfielder is recovering faster than they had anticipated and will be fit for Russia 2018 in June. The Eagles officials also revealed that although Ndidi has been ruled out of the World Cup warm-up games against DR Congo and England, he is likely to play the final friendly game against Czech Republic on the 6th of June. Anthony Bellew set his sights on fighting Tyson Fury and Andre Ward after his stunning 5th round stoppage of David Haye. Now you're going to pick that earpiece up, fold it once around your hand, as you can see in the video, then make a loop with the second hand, right? And then put it over. Now what you do is that you fold it once, and then the second time you do a loop. You fold it once, and the second time you do that loop. Now see how that loop goes. Just fold it on beneath. If you're holding on your left hand, you take that loop on your right hand, and then you put it over. So it's roll once, loop. Roll once, loop. Now this is what happens. Now when you do it that particular way, and you take it off and put it into your pocket or anyways, because of that loop, it will not tangle. It will not tangle. Now, it might take some practice for you to get used to it, but then once you start doing it that way, it will definitely be easier. Then, of course, it untangles just very easily. It takes off, goes down like that. So that way, your earpiece is going to look that way. You can just put it straight into your pocket, and then when you take it out of your pocket, it's going to be all cool. So, hey, that's one for you. We all use earphones. Your phone and loop, or your roll and loop. That's what I call it, roll and loop. So roll once, loop. That's what you do, okay? And then moving on from that, we have the wire protector, or known as your charging port, your charging port connector. Now, most of the times, as you can see, whether you use an Android or an Apple, at times we find out that there are breakages close to the charging port of our phones. Now, you can do in such a way that you make your charging port durable. Now, this is what you need. You need a pen. Now, the kind of pen you need is not just your normal pen. It's the pen that has a spring, right? You need the spring from the pen, like you can see there. Now, you take out the spring, and then you stretch it out, right? And roll it. The first roll might be hard. Roll it over your charging port close to exactly where the port is. Now, just roll it over. Now, what it does is that there's some sort of protection over it. It doesn't break. Now, when you roll it, as you can see there, the spring keeps it in check in such a way that that end doesn't break. That was an Apple I showed you now. If this is an Android charger, it goes about the same way. And we notice that that's the first place that breaks off when you start charging. When your phone, when your charging port starts wearing off, it starts from that end. So what you do, like I said, you use that spring over, you roll it over, take it off, stretch out the first port. Now be very careful, don't allow it pierce you. You'd have to do that very carefully. Roll it over very carefully. And then when you bend, now most of the times we even use our phones while we're charging. When you bend, nothing would happen. It would stay strong, and it will stay durable. So that's it. Your spring from a pen, not just a normal pen. A pen that uses a spring, of course, you might have to dispose of the pen. You won't be able to use it after this. But that spring will really help your chargers. It will help keep it durable and make it last even much more longer. Okay. Now, this one is quite very interesting. Now, you're sleeping at home or something, and you don't want to hold your phone in your hand. Probably you want to watch a movie. Well, yeah, watching a movie or seeing a video or something on your phone, and you don't have a phone stand, your traditional phone stand. This particular life hack can make life easier for you. Very simple. All you need is just your phone and a paper clip. Exactly. Now, you can see that phone. It is standing quite well. All we used for that particular hack was a paper clip and the phone. Now, this is very simple. Now, that's a paper clip. So someone might be wondering, what's a paper clip? That stuff you use to, you can put two papers together. Now, use a paper clip that is protected. Now, there are some paper clips that are just pure metal and all of that, but then there are some that have a film of protection over it. Now, you need pliers, as you can see there. You need the pliers just so that you don't, injure yourself, and then the paper clip. You stretch out the paper clip, as you can see, make it out, into one straight, cord and all that. Then you bend it at the ends, probably with the plier. You bend it at the ends, bend it at the ends. And when you've bent it, now you can see, you put them opposite at obtuse angles. You put the ends, a little part of the ends with the plier at obtuse angles to create a stand. As you can see there, it bends opposite ways, and then stretch it out so as long as your phone or your tab is, and you have your stand. It's just a paper clip. You have your stand. Now, when you put your phone on it, you might have to extend it depending on how heavy the phone is. Now, most of the time, the kind of clips that you see in the market are not the very big ones. Now, clips come in different sizes. You might need a very big clip to pull off this hack. Now, I know the ones that are very popular are the smaller clips. Those ones they won't work except you have a very small phone. So go for a bigger size, a different size of a paper clip, a very big one. Like you can see there, it's almost about the length of a finger, so that when you stretch it out, it is quite long. There's enough for you to work with. Like I said, don't use the one that is not protected. Use the one that's quite long and protected. And then when you do that, you have yourself a temporary phone stand, something you can use and watch your phone. All right? Watch your movie on your phone. That's what I meant. Okay, thank you. That's all we can take on tech. Of course, on social media, someone asked, are we still giving out tickets? Yes, we'll still be giving out tickets. Yeah, the phone is here. It's already here. And I know Yomi and Titi have been going about. Yomi, Titi, what do you think? I wanted to give it out to that guy who had who has been asking for a phone.
He's not been tweeting at us.
Yeah, we haven't seen any tweets from him of recent.
So maybe he's out of town or out of the country or something.
But there's someone that always responds like every single day.
Who's the person?
Is Mickey Jojo.
Mickey Jojo.
You've been seeing that guy tweet, right?
I know Mickey Jojo now. I know Mickey Jojo. We know he has been around. He has come for workouts and all of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but we have to do something about workout. We need more of our people coming out a bit more often. We'll do something about workout. Okay,
we've got a couple of people here. Somebody admiring TT's dress.
Yeah,
as always.
Thank you.
Lizzie Fields, the way Titi goes about it. Okay, this is the tweet here. The way Titi goes about it, Titi might just have paid this lady, but then
yeah.
He says, hashtag wake up Nigeria. Good morning, beautiful people. I am so loving your show, loving your dress, Titi. Keep up the good work, guys. You're the best.
Thank you.
And there's a kiss smiley there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Official Samlo says, are you giving out tickets today? Today, across the whole day, yeah, you can follow us at the handle at TVC Connect. We're giving out tickets from the handle. Yeah. We'll get on the show. We're giving out on the show also. You know now. We are the movie guys. We know how to ball. We know how to make it happen. So, but then follow our handle. You can win a ticket a day at TVC Connect on Facebook. Probably on Instagram also, and definitely on Twitter. Just follow us at TVC Connect. When you win the ticket, use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. You probably have a better chance. You stand a better chance, right? Okay, so yeah, this is Lucky. Lucky Loxischenko is making a comment about the mosaic Titi spoke about much earlier. Sport, loving what Brazil are doing, but the Super Eagles don't have new cheering routines or songs. Yeah, we know. You know our regular songs now.
People are supposed to develop them. It's the fans that develop those songs, develop those ideas, and come together. But it just feels like the fans are in for something else in Nigeria.
No, but our cheering songs are age-old cheering songs. We'll be using them for 30 or 40 years.
Why can't
we can't change them
develop
now?
New ones? There's so many performing artists out there. There's so many creative young people.
Yeah.
Build new ones, new ideas.
There's one.
I don't know. You never know who might be watching.
We go like pom 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 pom.
Exactly.
Same song since I was like 10 years old.
No, so you do know the song, but then hey, come on! I know a number of people have been bringing out or have been releasing songs which you expect to be the theme songs. People do it, so hey, come on! Like Titi said, you can just drop a song there. You know, even had guys that have done something for Wake Up Nigeria. But then that's true. On social media next week, we could do something. Hey, come on, just drop a line or two of a song for Wake Up Nigeria. Something you think that will groove us. You might never know. We might just use it as a breaker or something for ourselves, you know? Yeah. So yeah, drop a song. So just keep the comments coming in. We'll definitely still be giving tickets, like I said, at TVC Connect on the various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're giving out tickets a day for Infinity War. On Wake Up Nigeria, we will resume with our own, you know how we do with a big eye. Okay, it's still Wake Up Nigeria. Don't go nowhere. We'll take a break now. And when we get back, Yomi and Titi will be talking with TB1. Don't go nowhere.
Welcome back. We've got Michael Amoria here with us. And if you've watched his first segment, you would have caught his video. Of course, his amazing performance here on the show.
You probably know him better as TB1.
Yep.
And we're about to get up close and personal with him right now.
Hey, TB1.
Welcome.
Hey, good to have you join us this morning. So, it's been many years in the industry. You have always raised the bar when it comes to writing raps that people can relate to and also communicate with, not just in general, but young people, you know, so they listen to it. But the way you come across, it's almost like you're not gospel until people actually listen to what you have to say from the song. So talk to us about your influence coming up.
I think that influence will probably be, you know, due to your background and how you started. So maybe give us a little bit of your story.
You know, I actually grew up in the barracks. Yeah, my dad was in the army. You know, I've always loved rap music growing up.
Okay.
At the time, I thought I could not do it. I just thought maybe rap is not made for Africans. You know, then we just go to church, all we hear was worship song, hymns, and that's all.
Yeah.
But I love rap music. So, not on the day I heard my brother rapping, my older brother, I'm like, man, you could do this. If you can do it, I can do it too. I want to learn how to do it. So, when he's not home, I just take his book and go through his lines. And whenever he's rapping, I listen to him, just grab the melody and started rapping. And one day he told me I can do this thing too if I just, you know, put my mind and start writing. I'm like, but I don't know what to say. So just write anything. Just start up like that. And I started up and, you know, I started growing up with it and perfecting my art. And yeah, I'm today, you know. And when I started doing the gospel rap, it wasn't that easy like that for me. It wasn't easy because rap was not accepted. The church don't know what they see rap music as a tool of passing out, you know, preaching violence, drugs and all that. But I thought I could, you know, change it and, you know, preach a positive message for people, or most especially young people, to learn things, because I found out that young people love rap music. You know, it's something it's easy for them to relate with. Yeah. So
I remember the first time I heard you was about 11 years ago. I think it was 2008 or 2009. And the first thing that I got from it was at I think a program for teenagers, something like that. And the first thing I was like, who's that guy that sounds like Jay-Z? That's the first thing that came to me. I was like, because your flow and even the beat, it sounded like, you know, you had some influence from Jay-Z. Is that true?
Not really. The artist I listened to most of the time then was Nas.
Right.
But people say I sound like Jay-Z. But I'm like, okay, it's still rap and I'm doing it, you know. So
I feel like it must have been a bit difficult to find a place, especially in the church, you know, for you to perform. So what was your first ever performance like? You know, you said it was a while before you got into writing the rap and everything, but what was your first performance like?
Okay, I remember when I did the song with Frank Edwards, You Too to Bless Me. That was really like a major break for rap music. There's been rappers like the Rooftop MC. I would like say there are like two moments of a breakout of gospel rap music. The first was the Rooftop MC when they did the Oh Remimu. That got people attention. And the second one was myself with Frank Edwards when he featured me on the song You Too to Bless Me. That was another break for rap music. And ever since, rap music has been accepted in churches, everywhere. You know, I see even pastors that call me to tell me, man, you are a big influence to my children. My children don't want to rap. They listen to you and all that. I mean, so that was really the break.
I mean, you're really talented. The way you put your songs together, the beat, from the beat, the production, everything, and the lyrics as well. And we're just going to take a look at one of your a short clip from one of your videos right now. If it's ready, can you just give it to us?
10,000 go see me they run. Soon as I ain't down now, 10,000 go see me they run. Can't touch me, can't touch me. They can't touch me, can't touch me. Jesus stay with me. Jesus stay with me.
Let's go. I receive blessings of blessings. Talking about uncountable blessings. Lord, I open my eyes in the morning, I rise and I see a new kind of blessing. You put butter on my bread for me.
All right, that's TB1 there.
Great.
So I like the way that you said your song influences young people, because we had a guest here earlier who was talking about what people listen to, what young people listen to that influences their lifestyle. And here you are using what they like, the kind of music that they like, to influence them positively. Tell us a little more about your plans for the future for young people.
Okay, I just did a video for the song I sang just now, Voice of the Lord. When I released that song, I didn't even believe in the song. I just thought it's another good song because, you know, like I said, I've been doing it for a very long time and trying to get the church to accept what I'm doing. And I received so many messages from people how the song has been a blessing to their life and has changed their life. And I believe this video is going to be a blessing to more people and it's going to change lives. And myself and my team were planning to, you know, go all out to push the video. And also in my church, where we have so many young people who are into rap, we're planning for like a mentorship program for them to guide them in what they're doing so that they won't, you know, go astray. You know, most of them sometimes they keep doing it like, okay, man, I want to do some secular and all. Like, no, don't relax, stay where you are. You know, keep doing what you're doing. You're making impact because the word telling me how my song has affected them positively. So these are the plans. We have other plans also for young people, you know, having concerts and outreach program for them. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're under pressure? Pressure to, in a sense, impress or outdo what you've done before? Because, you know, you've started making an impression over the years, you know, things have been getting good. But has there ever been that pressure to get even bigger or go commercial?
Yes, of course. You know, because I want more people to know what I'm doing. I want more lives to be affected. I want more minds to be changed and educated. So most of the time, if you're close to me, you know that I work all the time. I work all the time. I sleep late. I wake up early. So I want to do more. I want more territories to conquer. You know. Yeah,
I like that. I like that. And as we prepare to go to the kitchen to see what's happening there, I want to ask about the collaboration with Frank Edwards. So how did that come together? You know, you guys, that song was a really big song. That's some 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, Frank has been my friend, you know, long time, and he just called me up and said he has a song that he would like to put me on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's work on it. So we're there in the studio and he played the beat. I said, whoa, this is really good. Funny enough, the rap, I didn't even write it because of the beat was so good. I like, man, give me the mic. Let me just, you know, flow.
And you were just, at some point, you were just hyping. You were like a hype man in the song. You were just,
Welcome, TB1.
Thank you so much.
If I was listening to your song on the radio, I actually think it was a foreign gospel artist.
Wow.
Yeah, nice one.
But we're foreign, we're global.
Actually,
Onomen is a big fan.
Gospel.
Really?
Yeah.
She's a big fan, and her sister is also.
I love your song.
Okay, so let's talk about the cupcakes Onome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know there's still more in the oven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that this is not good to go around.
So let's take us through the recipe once again and how we arrived at this.
This is a chocolate cupcake.
Okay.
When you're making this cupcake, you have two types of ingredients. You have your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients.
Okay.
And you make sure you mix both ingredients in a separate bowl before mixing it together.
Okay, and then...
So let's run through the ingredients just quickly.
Okay, so you need your flour, you need your baking soda, baking powder, salt, cocoa powder, you need your flavor, you need your warm water, you need your milk.
I was waiting for sugar. I didn't hear sugar.
Yes,
And
sugar, eggs. Yeah.
So why are you telling TB1 like he's going to go home and make cupcakes? Like
He might. You never know, but let's see.
I'm just wondering, like, why am I the only one sitting down? Because I'm going to get served?
Yes, please have.
Of course.
Grab one. Grab one, please.
I already had this earlier with a cup of milk.
Why?
Already?
Yeah.
Why now? Why are you intimidating us like
Oh,
this?
thank
Because
you.
you know, we lactating
What do you
mothers
think?
are always hungry. So
you
I'm
went
hungry
there,
on the go.
Of course you went there.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I
She
did.
just had a baby.
Oh dear me.
All right, so it's been a great show today.
So far so good this week.
Yeah, second day, one down.
As in three more
to go. And want to say a big thank you to all our guests for joining us this morning. Taiwo Akinlami, and of course our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
Thank you to Fola's Place for the hairstyling as well. And of course, thank you to TB.
Thank you so much.
What do you think about the cake though?
Thank you for the cake. I'm taking it home.
And of course, thank you to the chef.
Onome.
Onome, not Onome. Onome. Oh, right. Got it.
Do you know how many times you guys have said that today? Like,
I keep having to pronounce it again and again.
all right, so we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m.
Can't wait. Check us out on YouTube
Bye.
at TVC
Facebook,
Connect.
everywhere.
Check us out online. We'll be right there. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.